is your home of sports analysis, Sports City. Kama kawaida not we were having guests here from the Kenya national amputee football team. We had the coach with us here. We had the captain of the team as well, and also the secretary general. And they talked about how the game should be improved, Elvis. Because inclusion in sports is very important. Kama wewe you represented the country alongside your partners pale in the Deaf Olympics, Brazil did really well. Then it's about time that the government notices, pays attention to the disabled persons, participating in different sports categories as far as sports is concerned. But then again, we are moving on, continuing with some local action. KPL, Elvis, tuko na EPL pia imerudi. I don't know what's your perspective about everything, but then again, action imeresume a lot of kidogo kuna wenye kuna confidence, kidogo confidence hakuna. But tunataka tuanze na KPL kwanza because kama kawaida not many of us had anticipated Murang'a Seal ikuwe mali iko. But it's a little bit too early to call it. 2 games, 2 wins. But they're still leading the board as far as the table is concerned. Players like Gor Mahia, top teams, getting champions, wako number 4, all tying the points with the likes of Posta Rangers, the likes of Nzoia Sugar, who they've all played two games, 1 win, 1 draw each, totaling to 4 points. They're all following closely. What is your opinion on how the kind of action we should expect this weekend as far as the KPL is concerned, Elvis?
Thank you very much. I'm really happy that KPL is back. The Harambee Stars in South Sudan, I really wondered because I was very shocked. The field, we were home at Kasarani. The problem was in 30 minutes. It was they were having a confusion with the goalkeeper, but I was really disappointed. But I'm happy that Harambee Stars have been working really hard, trying all the best and doing what the needful to really improve and be professional and really improve the standards.
Right.
Comparing with the other, we've seen the pressure and how they were hitting the ball with the head and all the corners, and maybe training and really improving the standards on where to, on how to place the ball on the corners with the header. I think that will be very nice, because Kenya had a lot of corner, as you saw. Qatar, as in Qatar, when they played with Qatar, they had a lot of corners and they had a lot of headers. We really need to recognize that. Kenya has really worked well, and I'm happy about that. We really have to congratulate them also. About the KPL, we had a friendly Harambee Stars with
Sudan.
Yes, the locals, so that they can play against South Sudan. We really congratulate Murang'a Seals, because Murang'a Seals is leading the table for the first time in history. Imagine, I'm really wondering how KPL, the older teams, the Kakamega Homeboys, the experienced team, NSL, they just came from NSL and now they're leading the table. I'm really wondering about that, but I'm really congratulating them. The Kenya has a problem with financial support. I think if the financial support will be improved, then the management will be improved, the coach will be improved, and then the players will improve also. People are really wondering how Murang'a Seals have really come up like that for the first time. But we're really happy. We've seen their confidence. They have really a positive confidence, and their mind, they're really putting it in the game. The football is really good. The NSL has finished. They have come from NSL, and now they're on the top of the table. The second game, I know Murang'a will really work, because they're competing against Gor Mahia and Nzoia Sugar. Now Murang'a have a lot of confidence, but I think Murang'a will come back will start to retrogress as the game goes.
Right.
But it's really too early to judge. But I think the confidence is really there.
Right.
The confidence is there. If they beat other teams for five games, then we'll start suspecting or anticipating them to take the cup. But for now, I think they will finish for number 2 or number 3 because as Arsenal, we saw the first leg last season how they played and then they missed the cup.
Yes.
So I think if they continue with the same confidence, then make sure this year it will be the first time in history that Moranga Seals takes the cup. If they continue with that seriousness, the coach needs to be very careful on positioning and really not allowing any foul to come through. Shabana, as you saw, I was really disappointed in what happened about that confusion. I feel they were really proud for the first time. It's just like Chelsea, what happened. They sold a lot of players, and then now they're stuck at the bottom of the table. Shabana, I've been really supporting them. I've really been really vocal about them. But I think they're becoming very proud and forgetting about the game. But if they draw games, it will be good. But we really congratulate Moranga Seals for that. Gor Mahia lost one game and they won one and drawn one. It's still normal for Gor Mahia. It was the last season. It was number 4 and then it improved to number 3 and we saw it took the cup. And Zoya Sugar and KCB, they were number 4, number 3, but they have never been number 1. Gor Mahia, it cannot be leading right now. It has to start at the bottom to see how the games are going, and then they give them time, and they give them time to play and really show off. But when the league will be close to an end, I know it's their culture to be very proud. They will come back. I'm expecting Gor Mahia will be number 2 and then number 1 and then Moranga will be number 2 and then Zoya Sugar, because the confidence of Zoya right now is really nice. The last season they were number 3 and then Tusker and then Zoya. It is good for them to really deal with positioning and tackling. Zoya Sugar positioning for Zoya Sugar has been good, but I think they really need to change some things and draft something and really avoid corruption and do a lot of mentoring so that they can improve in the table. So in the 4th leg, I think they will really come back to the top.
Right, Kabisa. Well, what about those who consider the big boys, the likes of Tusker FC, the likes of KCB, the likes of Gor Mahia, just like you said, we are not seeing them sahi kidogo ni kama wameanza ni kama wanalegea kidogo. But then again, in your own perspective, what should they do? The likes of Tusker wako na matano sahi, following behind the Gor Mahia hapo. Yes, just like we started earlier, it might be too early to call on how the team should perform. But just the way they say, starting off on a positive start is really important as far as the league is concerned. What should they do right, the likes of Tusker, KCB, Gor Mahia, so that they can be, get to the right places, make the league competitive again?
Thank you for that. First, the feedback, Tusker FC and Kakamega Homeboys were in Mozart-Bet. I was supporting Kakamega Homeboys to win. But my concern is the coach, because I think the coach is disappointed. This is not normal. This is not business as usual. I think for them losing the Mozart-Bet, it was really bad for them. It created a bad attitude for them. But now Tusker, when back to the KPL, I believe if we give them more time and more opportunity, they will take advantage of Tusker FC. Now it's only that 3 games pekee zimechezwa. Saizi wako number 5, but from 1 to 5 they are all following each other with the same points. Tusker has 2 and they have new players. He's very skillful. I think he will let us give him time to gel in with the players and then probably the Tusker will come back to their position of position 1 or position 2. I believe Tusker will be back as a strong team. Probably they will be back to the leading 4. Tusker FC, Gor Mahia, and Zoya Sugar, and KCB. The four teams will come back. Because Muranga right now is leading, but KCB they're just giving Muranga opportunity to lead the table right now, because the positioning for KCB is below the table. I think it's number 12 or number 13 there. Also, FC Leopard, Tusker FC, it is number 5, following Gor Mahia. They've been both fighting for position 1 and for position 2. I think the confidence for competition, if Tusker FC and other team, I think Tusker is just giving time for them to show off. As you saw, Kakamega Homeboys, I believe Kakamega Homeboys, they know positioning themselves, and they know how to tackle Tusker. They know who's responsible for whatever. They are good at what they do. But I'm sure the players and the positioning, they need to really be skillful about it. Because right now they're number 5. Positioning, let it be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then Tusker will get disappointed and make sure they beat them for the next game. Tusker need to wake up and be serious, because I'm expecting they will need to take advantage of that game and position themselves with that advantage, and make sure Kakamega Homeboys don't really go behind them. Kakamega Homeboys, they have a defense, because the defense problem. You know that having a gap in the field, it's a problem. So they really need to work on that gap and make sure the defense, and revamp the defense, so that for the next game they can score and really come back to the league. If they change the defense right now and really mentor about defense, Tusker will not win again against Kakamega Homeboys. I think for now, it's just the second game, so they still have confidence. So let us see what the game, how the game will pan out. Probably for the 4th or 5th games, we will see how the players are gelling with each other, and I think right now that they're really proud and celebrating their proud. But as the game continues, as the league continues, I think they'll bring back their game, and they will really do good.
Kabisa. Of course, definitely. It is tumesema it's still too early to call it, but then again, Elvis has broken down. It's sort of the top 4 yenye angependa kuona ikiisha. Venye amependa umesema Gor Mahia kuwe pale juu. All right, if it's the same top 4 that we saw last season, but then again, Muranga still without a doubt bringing in the fire, the flames that are that is supposed to, that we saw that they had in the National Super League before they got a chance to be promoted. And they're in action tomorrow against Talanta FC, and I believe they will have a chance to continue with the positive results that they've had, and this is also another chance for them to widen the gap as far as the KPL standings is concerned. Posta Rangers are in action as well tomorrow against Sofapaka, a chance for them to retain their second spot just behind Muranga Seals. Then we have Nzoia Sugar also are in action today against Bidco United. Then we have Gor Mahia also playing against City Stars tomorrow. A tough game. This is a sort of a derby because both teams from up at the capital Nairobi will be looking to square out and get the needed results. Tusker FC are in action against Kakamega Homeboys. Will they repay the heart that they felt Pale Mozartbet, the disappointment that Homeboys gave them? This is the chance to redeem themselves. They'll be playing against Tusker FC will be playing against Kakamega Homeboys, and we'll be eager to bring you the analysis on Monday as far as these games will be concerned. Now, KPL Kando, Elvis, tuingie pale English Premier League. A lot of entertaining action this afternoon. Early kickoff pale Wolves playing against Liverpool, and not many would have figured that Liverpool wataanza strongly the way they have this season, because it is quite evident the way they finished last season. Performance yao ilikuwa mid-table, and but this time around, the signings that they've made ni kama wameanza on the right foot and on the right side of things. Darwin Nunes already proving that he can fit the shoe for Roberto Firmino. They should they should that he left the space that he left. But then again, I would like to get your opinion on this. Do you believe this will be another win for Jurgen Klopp's side against Wolves? Remember, these two teams, whenever they face, it is always down to the wire. Slight margins between the two sides because they are both well able. Wolves wako nyumbani, Liverpool are away. What is the result on this? What is the prediction on this? How this game will will go down?
Thank you very much. It will depend.
Right.
If they are home or away. Wolves are home.
Right.
They are in the homeland, and Liverpool must really beat them because Wolves, it's a strong team. We have Adam. We have
Adam Traore.
Adam Traore, yes.
Right.
And then we have the captain who moved to Saudi Arabia League, and then Wolves. Wolves was a strong team.
Right.
It was 4 players have left. Now they have one person who is leading the team, the pack. But I believe Liverpool, they feel really good. They've worked well. They have some new signings. They have some center midfield.
Right.
The front, they really signed a really good person. And then Nunes have scored. Some goals with
Mohamed Salah, yes.
Yes, Mohamed Salah. They really gelled well together. They worked really good. 4 of them, they really worked very good for Liverpool. But I'm feeling very painful because the last season they really had they did have an opportunity for Europa Cup, Champions League,
right?
Europa Cup. But I think this year they are not in FA, they are not in Carabao, they are not in friendly, they are not in Europa. I think a lot of leagues they've been left out, but I think they have really woken up and they're really fighting to the nail to make sure they finish position 4. Liverpool, the coach has been very disappointed for the past season, but right now how the games are panning out, I think the coach has really stand up and is really forcing and focusing on the score sheet.
Right.
Another coach, the previous coach for Liverpool, the defense was a problem and the midfielder. But right now, when the coach has signed in a new team, and the gelling has been working really good, and the improvement has been seen, I think they will finish this league number 3 with Man City and Man U.
Right.
I believe Liverpool has to thrash Wolves because Nunes is there, Salah is there, midfielder is there,
right.
Another one on the side is there.
Right.
Liverpool must. I think it will end up 4-0 or 4-0 against Wolves, or Wolves will be 1 or 2. But I believe Liverpool will win.
Right.
Even if Wolves are at home, Liverpool has to win this game. I think Liverpool didn't take any cup last season, so this season they are in for the kill, and they're really coming up. They really need to be in Champions League,
right.
And they really need to put all the seriousness and the confidence that they need so that they can really win some cups.
Right.
Wolves is a weaker team against Liverpool, but let us not really burst the bubble early, and let us wait to see what will pan out.
Right.
As you saw, Liverpool thrashing Wolves. I think it will thrash some weaker teams, but when they meet with some bigger teams like Man U or Man City, that will affect their results, right, if they lose. But for now, they need to be early in the top. They really need to lead the top so that when they meet other teams, it can really equalize their points.
Well, Elvis, I think you'll have to take back your words for a minute here, because as we speak, the game is at halftime, and your guess is as good as mine. Wolves are leading, courtesy of a Huang goal, an early goal from Huang, and Liverpool seems to be trailing this one. Kumbuka, Wolves are at home, and they seem to have started really well. Now, the lineups are a bit different, just like you said. Darwin Nunes, as you expected at Anza, Ako on the bench because Pale mbele front three, we have Cody Gakpo, we have Diogo Jota, as well as Mohamed Salah, who are leading the pack this afternoon. In the midfield sector, they have the services of the newbies, that is McAllister and Danis Slobozai, representing pale katikati. So this means that they have the quality of bouncing back. But as things stands right now, Wolves are leading courtesy of a one goal that was scored early. Right.
But time battle. Game
Sawa
in
sawa.
90. Game in 90.
Sawa sawa.
It is half game. It is half game.
Right.
So Liverpool lazima iangalie hii game vizuri.
Ndio sasa.
And do some tactics. So bado game.
Haya basi. Sawa, let's move on to the next entertaining game that I believe this afternoon will be Manchester City versus West Ham. Now this is quite interesting because both teams are in the top 4. Of course, it was without a doubt we are hoping to see Manchester City happen because they finished out last season quite on a positive, strong side, winning the league, winning the Champions League, and also winning the FA Cup. Definitely, they were bound to start the season really well. They are leading the table right now with 6 points. 12 points. I beg your pardon. 4 games, 4 wins. This is a perfect start for Manchester City. But then again, it was a perfect start for West Ham as far as they are one of the few teams that are maintaining a clean sheet as far as as far as the games are concerned up to now. They have played 4 games, they have managed 3 wins, and their most incredible performance so far was the 3-1 win that they got over the tough Brighton side. It's a tough Brighton side that we understand how they are playing. They're really well right now. But then again, such a positive performance from West Ham. Do you believe they have a chance to pick holes against Manchester City, explore, bring out their weakness as far as the defense department is concerned? Because we are seeing a lot of positive performance with from the likes of Jared Bowen, the likes of Mikel Antonio, who have started off the season really, really well. What is your opinion on how the two sides will go?
Both teams are strong.
Right.
Because West Ham, they have won the cup already.
Yeah, the Conference League. Yes.
Now, Man City have won a Champions League and FA.
Yeah.
The emotions from them. People are really looking up to Man City.
Right.
And West Ham also knows Man City is a strong team. Man City, I don't think they will accept the defeat. They've won 4 games and West Ham has won 3 games.
Right.
Maybe it will be goal. Man City have a good defense.
Right.
The midfielder is perfect. The front, Haaland is there.
Right.
And he's really hungry for some goals.
Right.
He needs to score a lot of goals. For West Ham, they have some good defense. Midfielder is good, and also the front is really good.
Antonio
is there. He's a lion in that team. Antonio, if starting, they can have an opportunity to thrash Man City.
Right.
But their confidence is a little shaky. They have to work for the first 35 minutes. If for 1 minute they start working and really pushing Man City can start pushing back. Right. And really working on defense. But West Ham, they have tactics. They know Man City is a professional team. They know where to attack and they know where to score.
Right.
So they really need to push Man City really hard so that they get tired and get an opportunity to score. But Man City, they have to really do their pass and do it very fast so that they can win this game also.
Right. Of course, yes.
Also, if Haaland doesn't really feel confidence with the defense, probably it will end up to a goal to penalty.
Right.
Because
Grealish
is there. Maybe Haaland, Grealish being there as a defense, he'll be watching Haaland. If Haaland,
Foden
and Haaland,
right.
Foden and Grealish are the center, so they have to focus on the sides so that Haaland can they can pass the ball to Haaland and Haaland can score. They have so for West Ham they really need to really tap in the defense, and they really need to attack Haaland and make sure they really don't leave him they don't really leave him alone.
Right.
For the center,
Rodri, yes.
Rodri and the Man City captain.
Right. De Bruyne, yes.
De Bruyne, yes. Him being far, he's really seeing the goal. He's really seeing the ball. So he's always far.
Right.
He knows, and he's really waiting for the game to be given. But I'm hoping West Ham they really beef up the defense so that they can go a 0-0 and get 1 point each. But Man City has really been dangerous this season. So
right.
we'll see how that will pan out.
Without a doubt, the force and the experience of David Moyes has really paid off in the West Ham side. We saw how they went ahead and won, the conference, Europa Conference League Cup. They managed to win. Nobody saw this coming. But then again, the resilience that he has instilled in the team is, one to watch. And of course, they went ahead. They were not really active in the transfer market, but they went ahead and picked decisive signings. The recent signing, the addition, that is the former Ajax forward, Mohamed Kudus, is a young, talented player that can offer a lot of dynamics as far as, when you compare the way Antonio is playing, the way Kudus is playing, he brings that kind of different dynamics in the squad. Do you believe, should West Ham really plan their tactics really well? Today, a day like today, do you believe they can hand Manchester City their first defeat of the season?
Thank you. Antonio, they are gelling with the new players are
Right.
really good.
In the midfield.
He's a midfielder. Yes,
Possession,
I think
yes.
maybe Antonio, if gets a pass, I'm sure they will really move on to the front,
Right.
and probably they will really be careful about the foul and off. So they have to really check the game. But I think West Ham has an opportunity to score against Man City because Antonio is there leading the pack. They have a strong body, the tactics are good, he's really working well with the players. He has to pass for defense and then pass it to
Right.
MEE.
Yes.
Me from West Ham. The Brown will really be of assistance
Right.
to scoring the game. If they can give the pass to number 7 on the left wing and another one for the right wing, maybe Antonio will have an assist and then pass it to the left wing and then make sure they score the game.
Right.
If it is a one, it will come out a 1-1. They need to come back and really do the defense.
Right.
But if Man City will get an opportunity to score, then it will really be bad for West Ham. Previously, Chelsea, the coach, the Chelsea coach, he was really clever. When players scored one, they all went back to defense.
To defend, yes.
Yes.
Bus. Parking the bus.
They really made a bus. The front was only one. The center, all the centers and defense, whatever they do in Yuma.
Right.
But I feel West Ham, if they score one, if they score one or they score two,
They will defend.
water kwa defense. Midfielders, water, and then the front, atabak shot moja, Antonio, who will probably drift and probably try to score. But the defense is key.
Okay.
Defense for West Ham is key. If there is no defense, and the normal midfielder, then Haaland maybe Haaland ni kama chuma, and you know it. Ni kama ya watu wa Sudan na ni refu. So they have to be very careful with the defense.
Right.
Wacha wafanye Haaland achoke until I give up. David is experienced,
Right.
so everything will work.
Without a doubt, the way we saw Haaland handling Fulham, he got a hat-trick. in the previous in the previous game where Manchester City hammered Fulham 5 goals to 1. Should he continue the same performance? It's up to the defense of the West Ham side how they'll align themselves to face the resilient Pep Guardiola's side. Now, as we are winding up, Elvis, let's talk about another tough game this evening. Manchester United playing at home there, but they welcome Brighton. This is a tough test for United. Considering the fact that there's sort of a dark cloud looming over the United club right now. A lot of scandals going on. We have Jadon Sancho, who has now been, asked to train him by himself until he apologizes, and because of how he spoke against the manager's words. But then again, there's a lot of quality there. They have Facundo Palisti to line up on the as far as the wings is concerned. In your own perspective, Brighton is a tough side that we saw how they humbled the likes of Newcastle 3 goals to 1. They have the likes of Mitoma there in the squad, the likes of the young Evan Ferguson who got a hat trick against Newcastle. These crop of players can really come out and hurt United, because we all understand how United's defense right now it's a bit weak. The likes of Varane is outside, the likes of Martinez not 100% fit. Pale kidogo Luke Shaw ni tashwishi as things goes by. Pale midfield sector, Mason Mount is not as expected. A lot of it's like the dressing room is in shambles. But I'd like to get your opinion how United will go through this one. What do you have to say?
Well, I'm just praying. Maybe to Naomba.
Right.
I think it's better we pray so that we can win. Brighton is a hard team.
Right.
They have Son, a Chinese.
Mitoma, yes.
Mitoma. Brighton has Mitoma there, who is really drifting the ball and making us suffer.
Right.
Him drifting and really playing and really working the ball.
Right.
He's a Japan leader. He's a person from Japan, and he was leading the Japan football team. I think we have to look for Casemiro.
Right.
I want.
No, Fred is not there. Don't talk about Fred.
No.
Yes.
He's not, I was wishing for him to
Work
be
with what
here.
you have.
I think they have to look. Mount has to really work with the players.
Kobe.
Right.
Yes.
He has to be back. Nimesikia story. He's well. I think he'll be back.
Yes.
But I think they have to gel well with
Ericsson.
Right. Yes, they have to gel with Ericsson because Mount and Fernandes are there.
Right.
Then Rashford has to be there. I've had a lot of complaint from Casemiro. He's not really very serious.
That is Sancho, yes.
And Sancho, because their playing has been up and down, up and down. They have really trained, but he has to apologize for whatever he said to the managers. But with Garnacho and Rashford being there, and Anthony being there, Martial,
yes.
And
Højlund Rasmus
being there,
right.
I think Rashford has to be
on the left side,
wing,
yes.
and then Garnacho on the right, and then Højlund being there at the center.
Right.
Casemiro
and Ericsson
and Fernandes,
the midfield.
they have to control the game,
right.
And then the defense.
Maguire.
Tafadhali mseke Maguire hapo. See, you remember the international
you
saw how he played for the international game. The defense should be
Wan-Bissaka, yes.
Wan-Bissaka and Dalot.
Right. Lindelof.
Lindelof. And
Maguire will be there.
Maguire will be there. Hey, goalkeeper, me, I'm not really sure. I think Maguire tu asukumwe mbele na goalkeeper. At least atokatoke karibu na goalkeeper.
Right.
I'm really scared about it. Probably Martial should really avoid it. Make sure Maguire is not there. Brighton is really confident. Brighton is really confident. They scored against Newcastle for 3-1. Now, before Brighton scored, they really played with Manu before, and they have thrashed Manu.
Right.
This is a danger to Manu. I think the defense should be beefed up, and they have to control. For this game, midfielder will be the key.
Right.
Maguire has to be changed. Manu has to work really hard to score, but I believe after the second half, Manu probably will win. But for the first half, I'm really 50-50. But now I believe Højlund will start, and we'll have to score. Arsenal is not fair. Hii mambo ya kuvurutana mashati inastahili tu kuachwa. Tafadhali.
Right.
Wakivuruta mashati, they have to be given penalty. Referee has to really give them. They have to be fouled for that. Kuvuruta mashati si vizuri. Arsenal need to really stop that so that other team can score.
Right.
Please, I'm just praying and hoping we win 1-0 against Brighton.
Right.
I think Man U have to really push and really have to give pressure to Brighton to win 1-0.
Well, without a doubt, that will be a big test for Erik ten Hag's side. Remember, they are at home. Whenever they are at home, they have the full support of this, of the fans, of course. But they definitely, Brighton is one team to reckon with, because they handle their business really well. You can ask Newcastle for that for sure. They humbled them 3-1, courtesy of an Evan Ferguson hat-trick. One of the many youngsters that the English Premier League should really look out for as far as rising stars is concerned. Other games they are in action that are really important. The likes of Tottenham, who they are also playing this afternoon, and it is quite important to see how they are going to pan out, because they are playing against Sheffield United. Remember, Postecoglou, the new manager, has really bought in his expertise that he had. From his previous side, and he's leading Tottenham with quite of experience, because we have seen the new signing James Maddison doing wonders in the midfield, and arguably he might be just the bargain of the season as far as getting new players is concerned, because he has come in. He's one of the few new players that we're seeing having an impact in the teams that they were bought in. Other teams in action this afternoon, we have the likes of Aston Villa playing against Crystal Palace, and also we have Newcastle ending up tonight's action against Brentford. Tomorrow we'll be having a mouth-watering clash. Bournemouth playing against Chelsea. Chelsea are away at Bournemouth, but then again, the performers have been really wanting Elvis. Against a side like Bournemouth, don't you think Chelsea can really redeem themselves and try get positive results? What do you believe?
It will depend. I'm really supporting Bournemouth to beat up Chelsea. Maybe
right.
If Bournemouth saw what happened for the previous game against Nottingham Forest, I feel confident about it. They'll have to work on defense and make sure they create an opportunity for a score. Bournemouth is led by another brown person. I've forgotten his name. But he loves hat tricks, and the problem has been defense. The Chelsea's side defense has been problem.
Right.
Now they have a lot of they have a lot of injuries. Chelsea have a lot of injuries in their side. There is one player who has been injured for a whole time, and he is really wasting the team. We have Sterling, and Enzo Fernandez is there. They are both serious, but you saw they were kicking the ball, and they were. I think there is a curse in Chelsea. The owners are not really serious. They are not really dealing with the players. It's just some gossips that I've heard from outside. But I think Bournemouth, if they be very careful and they train very careful, they can thrash Chelsea. Let them not waste any opportunity and waste any time, and let them not waste any ball and waste any chances. I think Bournemouth can thrash Chelsea, and that is my prayer so that they can be thrashed again.
All right. Also tomorrow in action will be the Gunners. Arsenal will be looking to continue with a positive performance as far as getting goals is concerned. They'll be away at Everton, Goodison Park. This is one of the few games considered a derby as well, so it is quite important to see how Arsenal are going to pan out. Remember, Bukayo Saka is is not really fit for play tomorrow, so we might see quite a change up in the front three. But they worry not, because they have the quality players. They have players who can come in and make that particular difference in the squad. Do you believe Arsenal are going to win against Everton? Ama Everton watawakalia ngumu kidogo? What is your prediction on that?
We have
Trossard.
Yes, Trossard is there, and that is best for Arsenal. He's a serious player, and he's really serious than even Saka. Saka has been getting the ball. Havertz has been there. Rice is there. I think when they gel together, Rice and Havertz and Timber on defense,
right,
I think everything will be good. Saka, wacha tumwachana nayo kidogo, but I believe Everton has been a strong team, but it has deteriorated for the last season. It will be thrashed by Arsenal because they have no leader in the squad. The defense has been the problem. The front has been good, but right, the defense has been very weak. So Arsenal, if they put a little pressure on how they put some passes, right, Rice is there and Havertz is there. So if they work really hard, they will win against Everton. But I think I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Arsenal. But I'm suspecting if Everton can be encouraged a little bit and they work on their positioning, then they can make Arsenal stuck. Right. And I think that will be good for me. And but I'm hoping Arsenal will win.
Okay, definitely closing the curtains as far as game week 5 action is concerned. We'll be Nottingham Forest playing Burnley on Monday evening, and we'll be bringing you the analysis as far as this weekend's games are concerned, and also talking about how the possibility of a the lineup possibility between Nottingham Forest and Burnley, how they are going to play. Now, Elvis, unfortunately, we are coming to the end of the program, but then again, we've talked extensively on how some of these teams, how they might line up, how they might play today and tomorrow. Remember to catch up with us on Monday when we'll be bringing you a detailed analysis pale ndani ya Sports City Extra from 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. with me and Elvis kama kawaida, and we are hoping to see an improvement in some of the KPL teams, and also not to mention, remember the Diamond League finals, it's taking place in Eugene. Of course, we are hoping the likes of Ferdinand Omanyala to run another sub-10 performance and bring that gold back home. We'll be talking about the performance on Monday evening, because the finals will be ending tomorrow evening. So we are waiting to see how Team Kenya is going to perform. Last time out, we saw the way Omanyala, the likes Chepko H did really well representing Team Kenya generally. Ama nagani Elvis?
I believe Kenya, we are just waiting to watch the final,
right,
because last week Omanyala alipiga
right 9.94.
Yes, 9.94. So I believe Omanyala this time round he will perform well and bring the gold home. Omanyala has been disappointed before because he was number 7 at the last time
in Budapest.
So I think right now he has revamped his confidence, and I think he will win again for this time, because he's really aiming for the goal. He has trained very good. Kenya will be happy, and I think we have nothing to worry, because chakula iko pale, ako sawa emotionally, mentally. I think he's ready to bring the goal home. So Omanyala is still the king. I may retain the king status.
Alright, that is the one. We'll be waiting to see on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We've come to the end of the program. I want to say a massive appreciation to those who made time to watch us this afternoon. We were fortunate to have the Kenya national amputee football team here. We had Coach Dalmaso Otieno talking about how they performed in Ghana in the first African Para Games. We are hoping for more success as far as the Para Games is concerned. We also had the captain of the team, Mr. Nicholas Keyo, with us now, and also the Secretary General, Mr. Peter Olo, talking about how it is important for the government to focus on the inclusivity in sports, so that we can really promote the talent, because there's a lot of talent as far as the amputee football is concerned. Once again, asanteni sana. Masalangu interpreters Habi Jadida Wafula and Maina Gideon. You've been with me, Bill Clinton Odhiambo, as well as Elvis Odhiambo. Make sure to make a date with us on Monday evening, Palindania Sports City Extra from 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. And until we meet up next time, always remember to keep it Science TV. Have a good weekend.